some stuff we sold and give you a little idea of what we're selling and some bad luck we had. But I think we'll just kick in with some of the stuff we sold. I'll start with our little Disney sing-along Disneyland fun. We got $4.99 for this plus shipping. But if you watched one of our previous videos, this was actually free. This was in that huge lot of VHSs we picked up from the local thrift store that were all free. And when I listed this, we actually had a watcher on this for probably a couple weeks, and they finally pulled the trigger. This actually is like a really good VHS to be on the lookout for. It's just mine had the box is destroyed. It's got Jeffrey written on it, but for paying nothing for it and getting $5 for it, I mean, we'll take that all day long.
Yeah.
This is a Funko shirt. I used to subscribe to their Star Wars box. It was called Smuggler's Bounty. I collect these things called Funko Pops, and I'll actually, one video we'll make, I'll actually take you into my Funko room. It's full of Pops. I got over 500 of them. It might be closer to 600 than 500. But I never wore these shirts. I always got them and I just kept them in the plastic. I really just got the subscription so I could actually have the pop. So this sold for $8 plus shipping. It's a Kylo Ren when he was looking at Darth Vader's mask, if you watched the movie. So yeah, we got $8 for this. Size 3X, which is a little small for me, so, but that was the biggest size they had. So yeah. Talk about your...
Sure. So this is a precious moment. I got this at a restore, like a Habitat for Humanity restore. I paid $0.25 for it. I was in Delaware with my parents and my brother, and this restore just happened to have a whole shelf of these that they had just gotten in, and all of them were $0.25. And instead of researching them and sitting there for 20 minutes looking them all up to see which ones were valuable and which ones weren't, I just spent $4 and bought them all. And this one ended up not being really worth anything. I think we got $3.73 for it. I took a best offer on it. It's been sitting a little while in my my eBay store, but some of them ended up being worth, you know, like $20 a piece. And I've sold quite a few of them. I sold one just the other day. But it's one of those things where maybe I wouldn't have bought it if I had looked it up, but it was just $0.25, so it's one of those things where I didn't spend that much on it. It didn't take me a lot to research it because they have names at the bottom of them, and I mean, it's gonna go first class, so it's the effort is very minimal. So I mean, I don't know, it's one of those things where I don't know if I would have wasted my time, but then it really wasn't a lot of time. I don't know.
And she did buy this like before I was helping like I am now and was pretty much a part of everything. Like if I had listed that, I probably would have listed like a couple of them together to lot them up. I know Precious Moments are one of those items that people buy and they have their own little collection, so sometimes it is best to part them out and sell them individually. But like she said, for like $3.73, now if you go by her rule of thumb, mine's a little bit different. I don't necessarily need to spend $1 to make 10, but if you figure 10 times, I mean, she only paid $0.25 for it.
Yeah.
And she got $3.73 for it, so she got well over the 10 times her money for it.
Yeah. Another thing we picked up the other day was this Shea Moisture. It's just African black soap. We got this at Marshall's. We paid $4 for it, and we only sold it for $9.99, which, okay, he just said the rule of thumb is the $1 and the $10, but this is a new product.
That's the exception.
Retail arbitrage is the exception.
We'll take a little less return if the item's brand new, because generally brand new items, they sell a lot faster.
Yeah, this sold like within 24 hours. So, And one of the reasons why I picked this up, because when I looked this up on eBay, the other people who were selling this were selling them in lots. They were doing like 2 and 3. I listed mine individually because maybe somebody just wants to try it. Because a lot of times Marshalls and TJ Maxx and places like that will sell these products, but they're discontinued. So sometimes it's like you wanted to try it, or maybe you tried it and you fell in love with it and now you can't find it anymore. So a lot of times people don't want to commit to that many of something, you know? So maybe when you went on eBay, you're like, I don't need 4 of them, I just need 1. So instead of buying the 3-pack, they're like, I just need 1 of them, y'all. Like, so they'd rather buy my 1 for $9.99 than buy your 3 for $40. So I made a sale instead of the other people. So I try to list my stuff individually when it comes to like the new products. So if you ever look at our eBay store and you see like the new products on there, a lot of ours are just individuals, because I don't mind making a little bit less money to make quicker sales. Because I've been trying to get into more retail arbitrage because to me it's easy. Retail arbitrage is super easy. They have barcodes, you scan it, you zap your 10 pictures, and it's basically done. Like, you throw it in a tote and it's done. I love it. Like, I think this is so easy. So, like I said, paid $4 for it, and we made $9.99 for it, but I liked it. And I was able to pick up at least 3 of these, I think. So, I don't think that's a bad flip we doubled our money on it, so. This is a weird item. He picks up weird items, I pick up weird items. I just knew what these were when I picked them up at the thrift store. They were only $2, but they're doll shoes. They're little doll shoes. If you've ever had like an American Girl doll, or like the Walmart version is called like a My Life doll, and then the Target version is called our Generation doll. These are our Generation doll shoes, but they fit all of those dolls. So they're all the same size doll. So I just knew when I picked them up that size shoe. I was kind of hoping they were American Girl doll shoes when I saw them, but the bag was sealed at the thrift store and they were $2. There was 4 pairs of shoes in there, but one of them I couldn't get clean. And when I actually got them home and I flipped them over, I read the brand on the bottom finally, and they ended up being the Target brand ones. But when I looked them up on eBay, the little lots of shoes were selling for like $10. So I was like, well, let me throw my little lot of shoes up there. And they sold within a couple of days. So I was like, I'll take it. And there's a mosquito. So I listed the little lot of shoes. It ended up being like a pair of sandals, a pair of platforms, and a little pair of like little sneakers for, I think I got $8.99 for them. And I paid $2 for them. So I did end up throwing the 1 pair away. I probably could have put them in my yard sale box, but I don't know. I just didn't feel like dealing with it. So that wasn't too bad. It was weird.
I'll take it. You want to talk about the Poshmark?
I don't sell a lot on Poshmark, but for some reason, every once in a while, somebody buys something out of my Poshmark closet. I literally have 1 tote dedicated to my Poshmark closet, and really the only reason why I haven't taken everything out of my Poshmark closet is because every once in a while when I do sell something, that stuff adds up, and then I buy something for myself off Poshmark. So I sold something off Poshmark. You're not going to be able to see it because I keep all my stuff packaged up, pre-packaged up. So when I sell it, I just throw it in a poly mailer and ship it. So this was a brown August silk top. I sold it for $8. I get this stuff from the Goodwill bins. I pay $1.19 a pound. This is 5 ounces. So what did I pay?
50 cents maybe.
40 cents probably. So 40 cents into $8. I'll take it all day long. I'm not a huge fan of Poshmark. I tried. I really did.
I read on Poshmark, like the key is to share your closet, like on social media, so much. Like people say they do it like 3 or 4 times a day.
I just don't.
And there's people that say they actually list every
it.
item. They share every item in their closet. Like,
I just don't like it.
How many items do you believe around about you have listed on Poshmark?
I think I have about 25 left.
So 25 items, which is not a lot.
No.
There's not a lot. But you figure if you share that 4 times a day, each item, you're sharing 100 times.
Yeah, it sucks.
Like,
I just don't like it.
As opposed to eBay, where you just put a good price on it, and your stuff will be at the top if someone searches for it.
And what I don't like about Poshmark is shipping is locked in. So everybody pays $7 for shipping. So if I want to give you a discount, so if you like my item, so this is what ended up happening with this item. She asked for a discount on this item, and I hadn't even looked at it. I hadn't even looked at it yet. I got the email that said she offered me $6 on it. And I was probably going to take it, maybe not. I usually don't like to take offers on my low-end stuff. I do have some higher-end stuff on my store that's like $25, $30. That kind of stuff I will take offers on, but my lower-end stuff I don't usually take offers too often on unless I'm desperate. Like, if I'm close to hitting a certain mark and I'm like, there's a pair of pants I want that's $25 and I only need $4 more. But I hadn't even clicked on it yet, and she canceled the offer and just paid full price for it. So she paid $8 for the shirt, and then she paid $7 shipping on top of that. If I wanted to offer her a discount of, say, $1 off the shirt, I would also have to offer her $5 shipping. Now, if I offered her the $1 off the shirt and the $5 shipping, that means I would have to pay $2 off her shipping and $1 off the shirt. So that means I would have to pay $3 off her discount. That comes out of my money, not Poshmark's money. Even though this would only cost first class shipping, for some reason they still charge $7 to ship this.
It's really stupid.
It's really dumb.
Really
I hate it. I wish they would let you do your own shipping. And because the way Poshmark has it is, it's you can ship up to 5 pounds for $7. Well, that's great if you're selling 5 pounds worth of clothes to one person, but most people are selling one shirt to one person. I'm not selling 5 pounds. Nobody's selling 5 pounds worth of clothes. This doesn't make sense to me. I wish they would just let me ship my own stuff. And then people are kind of spoiled on Poshmark because you can sell a perfectly good shirt with brand new with tags and they can rate you like 1 star because they said the color was different than the picture, even though you listed the color. Like, I've seen like horror stories where people are like, oh, you listed it as white and it's really cream. But then you look at the picture and it's clearly a cream colored shirt. And you're like, what is she talking about? I don't know. Poshmark's weird. But it was a Poshmark show.
There's a nice and interesting story with these from last night. All these sold last night. I listed these last night. And literally as soon as I listed them, I bet it probably wasn't even 15 minutes.
Yeah.
We started getting offers on them. And all the offers came from one person. And apparently that one person, like their whole entire eBay store, and it is a large eBay store. I took the phone and I was really just scrolling, and it would stop the load, and then I would just scroll and stop the load and just scroll. And I just kept going. It's nothing but like vintage Christmas ornaments. So we picked these up. If you remember the video, it's the yard sale where we got
our first private pick.
We got to go early, and we got all those Barbies. And if you recall, you asked me what my favorite thing was that we got. It was these guys. Some of these are really old. I mean, 1978. I think there was one 1977. This one's 1980. Still sealed. I just couldn't believe it when I saw them, and they were only $1 a piece. She had 10 total, so we picked all of them up. So the birdhouse, he paid, I say he, it could be a she, they.
I think his name was Dave.
Okay.
Yeah, on the invoice.
So Dave is a he. He paid full price asking price for this one of $34.99 plus shipping. For the reindeer, he paid, the next 4 we negotiated and accepted an offer on. He paid $30 plus shipping for the reindeer. Just the holiday lanterns, he paid $23 plus shipping. The carousel, he paid $23 plus shipping. And this is one side note. This one kind of pissed me off because there was people that had this one listed for $40 and $50,
him.
And then 2 people had theirs listed at like $27. And I'm the type of guy, when I list something, I always go look at the sold comps first. And then I'll go look at listed. And for these type of items, there's not a whole lot listed. If you're talking like a video game, I'll talk about this in a minute. If you're talking about this, there might be 50 of these listed right now. I'm not going through all 50 to see which one's the lowest price. But these, there's like 5. And 2 people had it listed at like $27, so I undercut them, and I think I listed mine for like $26.99 or $26.89, something like that. But where this man was buying so many, he did good for us, we did good for him.
Yeah.
So we took the $23 on that one, and the snowmen we took $21. We combined shipping for the 4. The birdhouses, he paid full shipping for that. And for these 4, we combined it. And what we'll actually do is when we ship it, all 5 will go into the same box.
Yeah.
And they're super light. Like, I actually like overcharged shipping on some of them just because, I mean, like when I was weighing them, like this one weighed less than 2 ounces. But I wouldn't want to ship that in a poly mailer. Do we got a poly mailer close by?
Yeah.
This is a bigger one, but that's like a poly mailer. It's just a bag. So I mean, I wouldn't want to put something like that in just a little bag. We bubble wrap it and put it in a box.
Yeah.
So then it might hit over the 4 ounce rate, which is the next level up. It's like a 40-cent difference, 50-cent difference. So we'll combine shipping. He paid, I think, $9 shipping.
Yeah, altogether.
Total. So this was such a good find, man. These were awesome. I thought these were my favorite things from that pick. Video games. Let me start off with a couple movies. We got John Wayne, The Cowboys. Still sealed, even though they got a little piece of the plastic that's ripped off. Still sell it as brand new. Disclose that in the listing. Got $10.49 plus shipping.
Paid $1.
Paid $1 for it.
Thrift store.
Same thing with this. It's called Yeah Right, a girls skateboard company movie. It's used. It's open. When I took this to Kat, because a lot of times when we go to thrift store, we'll try to get some footage sometimes. We actually just bought a MacBook, so I'll explain why in just a minute. But we just got a MacBook, so maybe she can learn how to like do voiceovers and stuff, so we can still get you some footage.
Because it's really hard in some of our thrift stores because they play super loud.
They play the loud music. And our favorite thrift store, it's a Christian thrift store, and they got a CD player. It's not like in the ceiling. They got a CD player right by the register, and it is cranked up high. But when I brought this to Kat, because we go our separate ways when we go in, she looked at it, she was like, "What is that?" Like, and when she asked me that, I just look at her and say, "Don't ask questions." And I just put it in the cart. And this sold for $14.99 plus shipping. We paid $1 for it. I don't know. When I looked it up, I saw some good comps for it, and I said, you know what? I'll put $15 on it, and it didn't take long to sell. Like maybe a couple days. So demolition racer for a PS1, complete. We got this from a Facebook Marketplace buy where the woman had, I think it was 14 games for $15, but when we got there, it ended up being, I think, 17 games. She had a few extra PS1 games that she just threw in for the same price. We got $8.99 plus shipping for that.
Talk about that one last.
This one? Or this one?
No, that one last.
This one last.
We're going to talk about that.
Okay. Retail Arbitrage, Xenoblade Chronicles X for Wii U. We bought...
Lots of video games.
We probably bought 20 video games,
Probably
25.
more.
Well, I think, yeah, it was definitely more than that. We bought, I know I bought 12 the first day.
Yeah.
So we probably bought like 30 or 35 video games from Walmart. They were all clearance. I think
we're getting down to the end.
We wrote down that we paid $7 for it, but I'm not even certain we paid $7.
Yeah.
It could have been the way they sell their video games when they were on clearance. It was either $1, $3, $5, $7, $9, or $11.
Yeah, but I don't know.
It was I think this was either $3, $5, or $7. This I think was a day one, like the first day we bought clearance games. We bought these, and we bought like.
Well, no, we bought that again because I found more of them.
Yeah, we ended up buying like I think 3 or 4 of them, maybe 5 of them.
We sold this one quite a few times.
Yeah, we sold this one a few times.
But we actually got an offer on this one, and I was letting it sit in there, and then somebody just bought it for full price.
Somebody else bought it for full price of $31.99 plus shipping.
Which I like. I like when they pay full price for stuff.
Now this is the bad news I was saying about earlier. We were out yard sailing and thrifting, and my brother Shane, I call him Face. My brother Face tags me in this post, and I'm driving, so I don't look at stuff on my phone when I'm driving. And Kat looks at me. She was like, "Hey, look what Shane just tagged us in," and it was 7 GameCube games. They were $3 a piece or $15 for all of them. And I didn't get a good look at the games. I only saw one game, and it was Pokemon Coliseum. I said, "Message her right now." And she looked at me and said, "You know who I am?" You know I've already messaged her. So luckily nobody had messaged her, and we got it. And we asked her, we told her, like, look, if you find anything else, bring it along. If you find any more games, bring them. When we meet, we'll have cash in hand. So when we actually meet later that night, she pulls up and says, "I did find one extra game." So we ended up, and she gave it to me for free. So I got 8 games for $15. We actually did a video on it, and we had a sold video to go along with it to show you all 8 games we got and what it's already sold. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to tell you what the games were that sold. I think I remember how much we got for them.
Yeah.
And when she edits this video, you'll actually see it as I'm talking. The price will pop up on the screen of what we sold it for. We sold the Mario Superstar Sluggers, I think is what it's called. It's like a Mario baseball game. That sold, I believe, for $37.99. Again, I might be wrong, but the screen will be right when she edits it. The Need for Speed 2 sold for $8.99. The free game that she ended up giving me was Mario Kart Double Dash. That sold for $54.99 or $55.99, whatever it was, because we've actually sold that game before, and I think we got $53 for it. And I know we did a couple dollars better, so I want to say it was either $55 or $56 we got for it. We sold Pokemon Coliseum for $83.99, I think. And I actually listed that one kind of high. When you sell stuff on eBay, they'll give you like a roundabout price of what they think you should price it at. And I ignored that totally. Because I know like the last 2 sold for around $80. And I figured I'm going to put mine up there. And if it doesn't sell for a couple weeks, no big deal. I paid less than $2 for it. I'll let it sit up there. Christmas is coming. Pokemon is a big deal. And I really wasn't worried about it. I knew it would sell. I didn't think it would sell that fast. which brings me to this Pokemon game. This is.
You never said what the bad news was. The bad news was we lost the video.
We lost the video. The video got corrupted when she was trying to upload it.
Yeah.
And when she uploads it, she goes and deletes it to save the space on her phone. And
it's just gone.
It corrupted. That's why we got the MacBook. So now when we do a video, we can airdrop it or whatever. I'm not good with like technology and stuff, but apparently you can like airdrop it into that and bring it up on your computer, saves in the clouds or something. I don't know, but she knows, so she'll get you all straight with these videos, so they won't be corrupted and stuff anymore. But that was the bad news. Like
it was a good vlog.
It was a good one because we went to an estate sale on that same day we got these games.
Yeah.
And it was a bunch of stuff, but we've already got a lot of that stuff priced and in the booth. We actually do got a couple of like the Tupperware stuff we got from it that we still haven't put in the booth yet. But yeah, it really sucks. But for some good news, GameCube, Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness. I know about this game because I almost bought a GameCube from a person who lived in Hampton. The only reason I probably didn't buy it is because when I saw it, it was on like a Tuesday and we weren't going back over until Saturday. And we don't normally go to Hampton unless we're going to the bins. And we don't go to the bins all that often. But I was going to make a special trip to Hampton that day. And I was going to message him and get it because if I'm not mistaken, he was selling, it was a GameCube with all the wires, and I think it was 2 controllers, a memory card, and this game. It was out of box. It was just the disc. And he was selling it, I think, for $80. And he said it's well worth it just for the game. I was like, there's no way. I was like, let me go look this game up. And lo and behold, it was well worth it for just the game. Because that game, just the disc, would have paid for the whole GameCube setup he was selling. Just the disc sells for like $75 to $80. So mine has the case. It's complete. It has the manual. It has a few other.
It has a poster.
It has a few other things in there. That's. Yeah, there's the poster. Like.
Yeah.
It had everything, and I listed this one kind of high too, and. We always put stuff or best offer. I listed this for $118.99, and they didn't even make an offer. They just bought it outright. It stayed up there for maybe like 5 or 6 days. And I noticed we got a watcher on it, and when you get a watcher, you can like send them offers once they watch it and stuff. But I wasn't going to send an offer on this at all. I even made like the lowest offer that they could offer me. I think it was $110 or $111. At that price, I would consider selling it. But they didn't even make an offer. They just straight out bought it, $118.99 plus shipping for that. And then we got 25th anniversary Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario All Stars.
Now I didn't write down what we paid for this because this is a little complicated. So we bought an attic.
She had it listed as an attic. When we got there, it was literally a whole half of her garage. And when I say a half of her garage, I don't mean she had some stuff scattered around half her garage. It was a massive pile of stuff that was one half of her garage. Yeah. And this was a part of it. And we've actually, I think we've sold some stuff already from that sale. Yeah. We got some stuff listed. We got some their manga books. I'm not too familiar with them, but we got, I think it's a whole set.
Mm-hmm. It's called Mars.
18 volumes or 20 volumes in it. And I mean, we got 16, and I think there's a special book or
it's like a bonus book.
A bonus book, and we got that listed I think for $200, and I'm certain there's a couple watchers on it. 6 watchers on it.
We're the only one with a complete set.
So. But this is a Wii game but it's actually 4 different Mario games from older systems. Like we got Super Mario Brothers from 1985, Super Mario Brothers 2 from 88, Super Mario Brothers The Lost Levels from 93, and we got Super Mario Brothers 3 from 1990. So all this is it's just the old games like reformatted for the Wii, and it comes with a disc of the soundtracks.
That's cool.
So it's like a CD. You get the game, you get the CD, it's a soundtrack, and you get a booklet that goes, you know what, I'll just open it. How about that?
But in this attic, we ended up getting like some furniture, we ended up getting a lot of video games, we ended up getting some longer burger. We got a lot of stuff from our antique booth. We ended up getting well over $500 worth of stuff, so.
So we got the game, and that shows you the disc. It's got like a little history on the back, and it's just a soundtrack, and it comes with a little booklet, and it is in fantastic condition. The only issue with this at all is the outer box. You can see they had the tape on it, and they ripped that tape off. But the cases, the manual, the games, they are in pristine condition. Like, I don't even want to open this up because it looks like it's never been opened and looked at. And we got $59.99 for this. And again, I actually listed this a little high, and we had an offer on it, and I actually countered. I think they offered 53. I countered with 55, and they let it expire. They let my offer expire. I think you get, is it 24 hours?
Something like that, 24 or 48 hours.
It's 24 or 48. I think it's 24 on an offer, and they let it expire. And I think it was the next day,
Somebody bought it.
someone bought it at full price, didn't even make an offer on it.
So I didn't rank that into our cost of this because I don't know what we paid for that.
If you went through item for item, we paid $500 for that half of garage full of stuff.
We have well over 500 items.
Well over 500 items.
Yeah. I mean, we probably had 500 books alone.
And just to throw in, we got a Super Nintendo with controllers. We got 2 Xbox 360s.
Yeah.
One of them was the 120 gig. We got some a few games. We got a Yoshi Story for Nintendo 64, Spyro for GameCube, all kinds of books.
Things.
We got furniture, movies, some K-pop CDs.
Yeah, we sold a K-pop CD already. There was a decoy in there that I sold in my antique booth already.
I mean, so I mean, if you really want to get, if you go item by item, I mean, that's probably
maybe we paid $1 for it.
Probably not even.
Maybe.
Probably not even.
So, but in the vlog that we filmed that we lost, we talked about how we had to buy a storage unit because our house was overrun by stuff. So that's why.
But sales have been
crazy good.
Really good here in the last couple weeks.
Like,
our goal has been, we pay for an eBay store, and with that comes 350 listings. So we get to list 350 items because we have this store, and we have never done it yet. Of course, I wasn't helping at all.
It used to be 250, and then COVID happened,
and they upped
it to 350. So I've come really close, like once, to hitting the 250, but that's like really hard for just one person.
So we never done it, and to date, today is the 24th. We are only 45 items away from hitting our 350, which we absolutely will do.
Yeah, probably in the next 2 days.
Yeah, probably next 2 days. 3 at the most. It'll probably be the next 2 days.
Yeah.
We'll hit our 350, and we can actually list more than that. I think we can list like another 1,500, 1,600 items, something like that.
eBay makes it some astronomical number, but you have to pay 10 cents.
You have to pay a dime. Which
doesn't seem like that much money, but if you listed 100 at 10 cents a piece, it adds up quickly.
Like $10.
It adds up quickly, and you're like, damn, where'd that charge come from?
Yeah.
And you're like, whew, because your eBay fees, it's added into your eBay fees, but I mean, our sales have been really good, and we haven't been making as many videos because we
So-
literally don't stop working anymore from like
I literally go to
7
work.
days a week.
I work my job. My full-time job is like 6 to 3, and then I come home and I work until I go to bed most of the time.
Even on my lunch break, we get an hour lunch break, and we live close enough to our day job that we come home for our lunch break. I eat my sandwich, and then I spend the last half of my lunch break packaging up all our eBay stuff. Because I try and do same day shipping next day shipping, you know. And then as soon as we get off work, we're at the post office shipping. And then on Mondays or Tuesdays, we go to our antique booth for 30, 40 minutes and try and stock that. And then on Wednesdays, it's a certain thrift store day for us. And then, you know, it's Saturdays or yard sale days for us. And, you know, it's like we never really have time for anything at all anymore. And then not only that, we're trying to meet people on Facebook to make deals and, you know, meet people in parking lots to buy their video games. And we just spend so much time now doing this because we're trying to eliminate our normal jobs. Like, the end goal is to not have a day job, to make this our day job, because this is work. Like, don't get that confused, because a lot of people get that confused and they're like, well, eBay isn't a real job.
Yeah, we're not just sitting down here just making bukus of bucks, like just sitting on our ass. I mean, we're actually doing stuff.
This is really work, but this is
so fun.
It's not work.
It's so fun.
It's so much different for us. It's hard to. I try to explain it to like people. It's so much more fun than like a corporate job or a retail job or, you know, something like that. This is something that like you're like, oh, I get to go yard sailing today. I get to go treasure hunt. Basically, that's what we're doing. To me, it's treasure hunt. You know. And you're like, well, what did you sell today? Well, I sold weird-ass ornaments and doll shoes and soap.
I sold a 1979 Sporty Snowman Christmas ornament kit. Like,
you know, that's what I sold. And look at these, look our numbers.
You see how much stuff is up here on this table. We got a couple shirts. We got 4 games. 2 DVDs, a VHS, what's it called? Precious Moments thing. Some soap. And these ornament kits.
And some doll shoes.
Total spent.
We'll add $1 to that.
We'll add $1 for this. And we counted this as free because in my mind I was actually not going to get rid of this.
Yeah.
Because I'm a collector of Funko. But I decided to let the shirt go. So we're putting that down as nothing. So we spent, with the added $1 for the Mario, we spent $24.25. This stuff sold for $413.13. That is before fees, so we won't get back $400. But we should get back over $300.
Well, I mean,
over $330.
Fees are like 18%-ish.
I don't even think it's 18%.
Well, I mean, PayPal takes a fee. They take a little bit.
I think it's closer to 15.
You know,
it might not even be 15. It might be like 14 point.
It's a weird.
Something.
And it varies for category to category.
And I'm pretty sure they take 30 cents. Does the eBay take? I think eBay takes 30 cents off the top.
And then you got to factor in like your labels, your ink, your boxes, your bubble wrap, you know, your mileage on your car, you know, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
But when you spend $23 and you bring back in $413, like.
And that's with doing it a couple of days a week. Like, we literally go thrifting 1 day a week, basically, and we go yard selling 1 day a week. And sometimes they're the same day a week. Like, sometimes
Normally,
we can only go 1 day.
I'm always off. I'm just about always off on Wednesdays, and Wednesdays is when I'll try to hit up like our local ones.
Yeah.
And I can get a couple video games.
Not much. Maybe he spends about $20.
Yeah, I don't normally spend too much. I know yesterday when I went, I spent, I think it was $12 or $13.
Yeah.
And that was before we went to the other one. That was
And
when I
we
was
spent
by
20
myself.
there.
And we spent 20 there.
So, I mean, but on Saturdays, you know, if we go somewhere else, we can spend like $200-300 easy.
Yeah.
If we do retail arbitrage, we can drop a couple $100 easy, you know, but that's only 1 day a week, and that's not every week. Well, it's not every week we do stuff like that. But I mean, you're thinking if you're only doing that once or twice a week, once or twice a month maybe, and you're turning numbers like that, if you did that every day, you don't have to go to work anymore, you know? That becomes your part-time into your full-time, you know? And that to me is the ultimate goal.
And that's one thing about eBay, though. I mean, people buy
The weirdest
anything.
stuff.
Like,
The weirdest stuff. Why did
like
you
I've had people ask me, like, should I post stuff on eBay, or should I like put it on Facebook Marketplace? And I get it. Facebook Marketplace,
It's easy.
you don't have any fees, no taxes. It's just straight your item for cash money, and it's done. But I live in a little small area.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you post something on Facebook Marketplace here, you're talking, I mean, for both counties. We're connected with 2 counties, and it's some thousands of people here, but it's not like in a big city. Like, it's not like New York where you list something on Facebook Marketplace and you might have
50 people who want your item.
You might have like 50 people like in an apartment complex that want your item in New York. Like,
yeah.
in New York, everything's like so close together. I mean, you could have literally like thousands and thousands of people that look at your item that's within walking distance from you.
He wanted to buy something off the Facebook Marketplace the other day, and it was some Pokemon DS games from a guy who gets his stuff out of the trash. Like, I know you. I know that you're a trash picker. He would not separate them. And they were multiples of the same game.
But a news update on that. It was 10 games.
Oh, I saw the post.
For $50.
He updated it.
He updated the post for 8 games for $50, and he took 2 of the Pokemon games out. So I don't know if he like sold them to somebody else, or if he decided he's going to keep those 2. But
that
normally I have really good experiences on Facebook Marketplace. And I know I've been saying this from the beginning.
We are going to do it.
But
though.
we are definitely going to do a Facebook Marketplace video.
Next video is going to be about Facebook Marketplace.
Because I actually get a lot of good stuff from Facebook Marketplace. She normally has really good look at the thrift store, where I might go to the thrift store, I might find something. And let's start our local ones. Like our local ones, they sell me video games for $1, with the exception of the one. But I still go there. That's where I found the Xbox One Connect. I can't remember if I told y'all about that or not, but we got that listed, I think, for $260 or something like that on eBay.
Yeah.
So I always give them a chance, and they do have that's where I bought the first Mario Kart Double Dash that we sold for $53. I paid $3 for it. We sold it for $53. So I mean, I always give them a chance. I always go there on a Wednesday, but I have really good luck on Facebook Marketplace. At least I have so far. I think she's tried to make 2 deals and both of them fell through.
But in the worst kind of way.
Yeah, the worst.
But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that during that video.
Because we're going to do a Facebook Marketplace video because we did a great pickup, and I just have to do a little research on some of the items, and I want to have like a total because I want to have this is what we hope to get for this lot of stuff, because this guy was actually pretty cool. I thought we were going to die, but we didn't die. And we ended up with some really cool stuff, some stuff I've never seen before, and it was just cool. Like, it ended up being really cool, so yeah. He's so proud of this game.
$119 my way for this.
And weird Christmas ornaments, so. But yeah. And if you watch our videos and you're like afraid to start, just do it. Just do it. Like, you don't have to worry. You're not gonna be competition. I promise you. There's plenty of money to be made for all of us. Like, you will not like step on anybody's toes. There are thousands, maybe millions of people out there who want to buy your crap. Like, I will say that all day long. If you have something in your house, go get it. Take a picture of it. Like, go to Walmart, get bubble mailers, get something to package it in. Like, just sell your stuff. Like, just start today. Like, start. You've got kids. They've got stuff you don't want anymore. Your kids got video games. Start scanning your kids' video games or something.
Yeah.
Like, just do it. they're never gonna notice. If you're like, oh, I really want to have a yard sale, but COVID scares me, start scanning stuff. Like, just do it. I promise you, you're not gonna be like, this is so hard. You're gonna be like, why didn't I do this before? His mom made a comment the other day. What did your mom say? About she regrets throwing away all that stuff she's thrown away before.
I'm 34 years old, so when I was growing up, Ninja Turtles were a big deal. Power Rangers were a big deal. The old wrestling figures. I was telling her last night, I had every wrestling figure imaginable. I had rings. I had all the wrestling t-shirts I used to have. Oh my God. It makes me sick thinking about it. We had Nintendo, Super Nintendo, PlayStation, Segas. Like, we watched this one guy on YouTube. His name's Tendo. Tendo's trash. If you don't know, he's awesome. Check him out. He's a big video game guy. All he talks about is like one of his Grail pieces is a top-loading Nintendo, like the original NES. If you remember the original NES, it had a little door. You put the game in and you pushed it down. The top loader, it was kind of like a Super Nintendo. It just loaded right on the top. You didn't have to it wasn't enclosed at all. You just put the game right on top and hit play. I had one of those when I was a kid. Like, I remember playing it. But God, I wish my mom still had all that stuff of ours.
But she made a comment because she started selling a little bit on eBay, and she was like, I can't believe some of the stuff I'm getting, like the prices I'm getting for some of the stuff. Now I regret throwing away stuff. Like, yeah. Just some of the stuff that I've thrown away over the years. Like, I mean, why did I do that?
She was literally putting stuff on Facebook Marketplace for $10.
And not getting it.
No one would message her about it, and she put it on eBay for $25, and it sold in a couple hours. Like,
so just do it. Like,
eBay, you got so much more. I mean, millions of people are using eBay.
Like,
so I mean, your customer base on Facebook Marketplace is nothing compared to what you can do on eBay. Yeah, you have to pay the fees for it.
But it's so
you have to pay the PayPal fees for it. But
it's worth it.
When you got items in your house that you're trying to put on Facebook Marketplace and you get nothing for it, as opposed to putting it on Facebook or on eBay and getting 20, 30, 50, 119, you know?
And I was telling my brother one day, he was talking about he needed a better setup to list his items. How do we list our items, Josh?
We have a piece of white poster board, and then we have the little foldy
science board. That is what we use.
We put that up, and snap it on the white background. That's it.
That's our setup. We each have our own setups.
That's it.
Because we list separately, so we could do it at the same time. But he does it on the coffee table, and I use this little table right here. A science board and a white poster board is all we use. Like,
literally.
Oh,
that's what it
is.
A
science board, y'all. That is all you need. You don't need anything fancy. You don't need fancy backdrops. You don't need anything. eBay prefers white backdrops. If you just, that is what, $2 at Walmart, and we buy a 6-pack of the white poster boards because they get dirty easy, because their store stuff's kind of dirty sometimes. We use alcohol, bottles of alcohol to clean off the marks of our products. I use my kitchen scale that I use to weigh my food to weigh our products. Regular old printer from Walmart. I use poly mailers off eBay that I buy in bulk. Basic.
Yeah, if the case is a little dirty, I'll just take a white.
Yep.
Just a white that you wipe your counter with, and I'll just wipe the case off.
Like, everybody makes this so much more complicated than it has to be. I promise you, it's not hard. And everybody's worried about getting scammed and stuff. Do your research.
Yeah.
Get on YouTube. Find people who do it. I had somebody today come up to me at work, at my day job, and say, hey, I listed something on eBay. I have a question because I got this email and it seems a little fishy. Can you look at it for me? I looked at her email, I was like, that's a scam. Don't do that. She's like, thank you, that's all I needed to know. So ask people. Like, most people, I'm not gonna tell you where my honey holes are, but like, I'll help you. Like, I won't be mean to you. You know, but But just do it. Like, don't wait. Stop waiting. Like, if you have financial troubles and stuff, I guarantee you have hundreds of dollars worth of stuff laying around your house that's just collecting dust that you could sell right now, that people are going to pay you good money for.
And you could be shocked. You
shocked.
could be shocked.
You'll be shook.
Of just what's in your house.
Shook.
That
you're like,
goes for some money.
What? Huh?
I mean, these people had this stuff laying down in a yard sale for $1 a piece, and one of these sold for $35 plus shipping. Like, they pay for shipping. We don't pay for your shipping.
Yeah.
$35. Like,
I know a lot of eBayers will put free shipping on their stuff. I usually don't put free shipping. I don't. I'm sorry. You don't really see places, on the internet offer free shipping too often.
Yeah, most time you have to spend a certain amount to get free shipping.
Yeah.
And if I was going to offer free shipping, you're still paying for it. Because instead of me listing that for $35, I would have listed it at $40.
Yep.
So you're still going to pay for your shipping regardless.
It's just going to be included in your price now. So either way, you're going to pay for shipping. So, but yeah. So stay tuned for our next video where we talk about Facebook Marketplace. Because I promise you that's going to be our next video. Because this one's already too long, I'm sure. So if you stuck it out, thanks.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Please, because we're really close. We're really close to 50 subscribers. I think we're sitting at 48. I really want to get to 100 subscribers soon, y'all. I know y'all have Gmails. Like, all you need is a Gmail.
And if you follow the Parker Pickers on Facebook, hop on over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button for us.
Because I want to do a giveaway. I can't do a giveaway if we don't hit 100 subscribers. Because I'm probably going to give away something cool, like a gift card or something. Like, maybe like an eBay gift card or maybe something like that. Something cool. But I'm not going to do a giveaway if y'all don't subscribe. Because I'm not just giving away my free stuff, So, subscribe.
Please.